Hi guys, it's Nina from Kids Knits, and today we're going to do another tutorial. I had a couple requests for this blanket from Yarnspirations. This is the big splash crochet blanket, so I'll show you on here. It's got these really nice waves to it, but then also just has these like chain spaces in between, so it's very, very nice. Let's get into it. For this tutorial, I'm going to just use this plain, I think it's country blue, Bernat Blanket yarn. So 10mm hook, and I'm just going to do kind of more of a gauge swatch for this one. So I'm not going to do the full chain 105. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that. I'm going to do chain 54, and I will meet you back here when I'm done. Okay, I've got my chain done here. And the first thing that this pattern tells us to do for this foundation row is to put 1 double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So for me, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to work into this stitch or this chain here. And I'm going to put 1 double crochet. So now this works out as being like 2 in 1 stitch because my chain counts as a stitch. Then I need to put 2 double crochet in the next 2 chains. So we're going to do 1, 2, and again 1 and 2. So that's going to give us 6 stitches right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the next part of this, we're going to do kind of what's considered like what would be decreasing the pattern to kind of make it swoop under. So we're going to skip the next chain, and we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next chain, and we're going to do that 5 times, so we end up with 5 double crochet stitches. So skip 1 and work into this stitch. Why do I keep calling it a stitch? It's a chain. Work into the next chain. Okay, skip the next chain, and we're going to put the second one into that chain, and we're going to skip the next one and go into this one here, and we're going to skip this one and double crochet into that next spot, and skip the next one and double crochet into the next chain. So that will give us our 5 stitches here that we just created. And for the next section, we need to skip 1 chain, and we're going to work 2 double crochet into the next stitch, and that's going to give us an increase. So we're going to skip this one, and we're going to work 2 into the next chain. So 1, 2, and we're going to do that over 6 stitches. So that was the first one. So in the next 5 stitches, we want to increase as well. So put 2 double crochet into the next 5 chains. So this would be 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, I'm going to take a peek at that. So as you can see, that's really starting to form that curve there. What we're going to do is repeat these 5 with the chain spaces and then the 6 with the increases until we reach the end of this section again. So I'll work that around with you guys, but if you want to pause and just continue that on your own, you can definitely do that. So let's skip the next chain, and we're going to do 1 double crochet, skip the next one, 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 and 1 double crochet. So again, that's giving us 5 there, and then we're going to skip the next chain. We're going to put 2 double crochets in the next 6 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, oops, let's try that again, 5, 6, here we go, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then this will be, for me, this will be my last set. So I'm going to skip one and do 1, skip the next one, 2, skip the next one, 3, skip the next one, 4, skip the next one, 5. Okay, so when you have 4 chains left, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to skip the next one, and we're going to do 2 double crochet stitches in the next 3 chains. So skip this one and work into the next one, and we're going to put 2 in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay. So this is what our foundation row should be looking like. It's a little tricky to sit perfectly flat at this point, but it will chill out. So I'm just going to take a quick break here, and then I'll meet you back for the next row. This next row for me really is my favorite because it can become quite mindless. So this is technically our first row that we're going to work right now. So I turn my work, and the pattern wants us to chain 1. And all we're going to do is yarn over so that we can do a front post half double crochet stitch. So we need to work around the stitch like so, and just do a regular half double crochet stitch. So I'll show you again. Yarn over, go around to the front and back out, pull up your yarn, yarn over, and complete your half double crochet. And that's all you're going to do around every single stitch we just created that has a post. Just work all around them, all the way down. It's such a simple row to do. It's like you cannot mess up this row unless you skip one. So what that's going to start looking like is it's going to give us this ridge in the front. So I'm going to finish up my row here, and I will meet you guys at the end. If you want to pause and meet me there, you can do that now. Okay, I just made it to the end of my row here, but I do have one more post to go around, which can be a little bit deceiving when you get to the end. You want to make sure that you do indeed go around that chain from the foundation row that we did. So just work your half post double crochet around that one. And you're going to turn your work. And we're going to move on to row 2. So for row 2, we have to start by chaining 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to work our double crochet stitch into the same one as the chain. Okay, and then we're going to work 2 into the next stitch, and again 2 into the next stitch. And then that way we just have our 6 stitches there. For the next part, we're going to do that skip 1, double crochet 1, skip 1, double crochet 1 for those 5 stitches. So we're going to skip our next stitch and put a double crochet into the next one, skip, double crochet into the next, skip, double crochet into the next, skip, double crochet into the next stitch, and last one, oops, sorry. Is that my last one? Yes. skip, double crochet into the next stitch. It's time for those increased stitches. So we're going to skip the next stitch and we are going to increase over the next 6 stitches. So putting 2 double crochet stitches into all those. So skip 1 and then we're going to put 2. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so one way to make sure that you are on the right track with how you started your pattern and where you're going is that these increases do line up equally with the ones of the 2 rows before. If this is like a little bit off center, you're going to know something's off over here. So you can double check that with yourself too. It's not always easy to tell sometimes with these patterns, but that'll be a good gauge. So what we're going to do is repeat the 5 double crochets in the increase ones all the way to the end of the row, much like we did for the foundation row. So if you want to fast forward this to skip this part because you kind of know what you're doing, or if you want to follow along, you can do that as well. So I'm just going to keep going here. So I'm going to skip my next stitch and put 1 in the next, skip, 1 in the next, skip, 1 in the next, skip, 1 in the next, and skip 1 in the next. Okay, so I've got my 5 and now I'm going to do my increase section. So I'm going to skip 1 and I'm going to put 2 in the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. One thing I hate about working with blanket yarn is that it all kind of clumps together and comes over as one. Sorry, I keep hitting my phone stand. Okay, skip 1, double crochet 1, skip, double crochet, skip, double crochet, skip, double crochet, and skip, double crochet. So this is about the part where you're going to be finishing your repeat and switching over to finishing your row. So we're going to, I'll put this in the center, skip your next stitch and then we're going to increase in the last 3 stitches. So let's do that. Let's skip this one and let's put 2 into the next one. So 1, 2, and again we're going to put 2 in the next one. 1, 2, got a little bit of a knot. Finish my second one, and then in our chain 1 from our turn there, so 1 and 2. All right, so that's the end of that repeat. We've got 6 here, we've got our 5 spaced out, and then we've got those increased stitches, and that's how it should be looking all the way down. I will do the next row, and then I think you guys will probably be good to go on your own there. So again, we're just going to turn, do that chain 1, and do those front post half double crochet stitches. That first one's always so tricky because everything's kind of twisted. But just keep working those. You're going to work those all the way down. And these are just the repeats that you're going to do. It's this row 1 and row 2. And that's it, all the way. So I do recommend counting your stitches out as you go. This one isn't quite a mindless project. It probably can become one the more you add rows to it and you get kind of comfortable. just be keeping an eye on it because it's so easy to forget one of those increased stitches or to put your beginning row stitch in the wrong spot or something like that. So I just do recommend paying attention to that. I'm going to finish that up and then I will show you guys a couple more rows. Alright, I just did 2 more rows and this is how the pattern works. So just really repeating those 2. You're going to get that nice little ridge. I do honestly prefer this pattern in a variegated yarn. It looks so pretty. If you have a bunch in your stash, it's a great one to use. You can find the pattern for free on Yarnspirations. So all those instructions that I just went over are all on there, your gauge, everything, even the little diagram of it. This is the yarn that I used for mine. It came out way more yellow. I'll show you guys again at the end there. But yeah, just go to yarnspirations.com. You're going to search for the big splash crochet blanket pattern and you can get started. I hope that helps. I hope that didn't make it more complicated. And I hope you guys come back for another tutorial sometime soon. Just before I kick you guys out of my craft room, I'll show you my finished blanket. It is so cozy. I actually have it downstairs in my living room because we went with a yellow theme, which I didn't know before we bought this place that we were going to do that, but it's perfect. And if you'd like a tutorial in the twisted fringe, I can show you guys that too. It's really basic. I'm sure there's probably other tutorials out there for it. You don't even have to do twisted fringe for this one, but it does look super cool. So yeah, you can make a matching one to match me. I really recommend this throw. It's just a great project and it makes a beautiful blanket. And you can see the back is just plain. There's no ridge, nothing. But it's nice. It's not like a ugly backing. And then again, just see all these beautiful ridges. So yeah, if you make this pattern and you use my tutorial, let me know. If you want to see more tutorials, like, subscribe, leave a comment of something else you'd like me to try, and hopefully I can make another tutorial for that. Okay, bye.